Just what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another trade recap. So today was another break even day, um, but it was still a good trade, and the markets were still being a little weird today. But I'm kind of just gonna break down my thought process. So last night we actually had a huge 4-hour expansion, and this was actually due to I think Trump something with the ceasefire for like 2 weeks with Iran, just a whole bunch of like war news going on, which caused this big upscale move, which took out a lot of higher time frame draws from the left, right? So seems like we're starting to kind of rally back up now. If this is going to continue, I mean, I guess it really just depends, right? So we'll have to kind of keep a close eye on like war news and stuff like that that's going on, which in general it's been a little unpredictable, but I'll kind of break down my thought process for today. So yes, we did have this big 4-hour expansion move. So on the higher time frame, I was just a little conflicted what we were going to do, but I did feel like we were super overextended just on the 4-hour and the 1 hour, and I felt like we were due for kind of a deep retrace or at least a pretty decent pullback, especially into this 4-hour fair value gap. So it would either have been this tiny little 4-hour fair value gap, which I had marked, or it would be this bigger one, which the bigger one is kind of what I wanted to see for us to retrace back into. And as you could see, we exactly did that. So I did have both of those draws marked out, primarily on the 4-hour. So if we go to the lower time frames here on the 1 minute, market open was this candle. So market open candle, as you could see, went up first and then it deeply rejected, closing bearish, and then we started getting a pretty aggressive bearish lower time frame price action to the downside. I didn't pull on any of these candles. Just didn't really like the RR that I was getting. It was kind of cooked. I wasn't really able to get a 1-to-1, and it was overall just pretty chopped. So I didn't end up pulling anything. Now, as we came down, we ended up taking out this first draw. So really my condition was like, depending on what we were going to do after we hit this first draw, and then also what we were going to do in this 1 minute fair value gap that I had marked out. So as you can see, we retraced back up to the 1 minute fair value gap. Now this was my condition in a sense of like, if we're going to hold this and get some displacement out of it, I will target short to the next draw, which is the 4-hour fair value gap. And if not, then, you know, we might be looking bullish, which I didn't really like any higher draws in general. So who knows if I really would have taken a trade. The draws on the higher time frame just really weren't that convincing to me. I mean, you have something like this, but I don't know. If we would have got longs, it's hard to say if I would have taken a trade or not. But as we go back down to the lower time frames, you can see we ended up getting some pretty decent displacement out of the 1 minute fair value gap. I saw this nice candle close on the 937 candle. And then once we just started getting some bearish pressure down on the 938, I ended up pulling. That's why it's like down here. I didn't even wait on the candle close because I was already pretty convinced that like, okay, if we're holding this fair value gap, we're starting to displace out of it. I'm pretty sure we're gonna target lower. And as you can see, oh, didn't mean to move that. As you can see, we edged it. we completely edged the draw, unfortunately. And price just decided to do this just weird stuff and come back up and tap into these little 1 minute small fair value gaps. I don't even think there was anything on the 5 that it tapped into. Yeah, no, see it. So it just came up to just random BS again and then just decided to go down. So I didn't pull again. Kind of the exact same situation happened today, like what happened yesterday. Was just my TP got edged, got taken out break even, but the markets have been so weird recently to where I didn't have enough confidence to like want to pull again. Basically the same exact mindset with this trade as well. So back-to-back days of the exact same thing. One thing that I did see, and as you notice right here by this line, this is actually an SMT that we made with ES. So I actually didn't even see this in real time. If I would have saw this in real time, it's hard to say because I have hindsight now, but this is pretty like, it's pretty clean. You know what I mean? Like ES came up and we SMT'd this. As you can see, we took out this internal high on the lower time frame on ES, but we didn't on NQ. And then we started getting displacement after that. It's pretty clean. Can't lie. But I didn't see that in real time, so it is what it is. And then, of course, it eventually dumped to TP. And as you can see, after we TP'd, or after the TP got hit, the draw, we just chopped. So that's kind of the main indication that the main draw of the day has been hit, and you should probably get off the charts. So yeah, didn't end up pulling anything else. This was the trade for today. Hopefully we get something cleaner for the rest of the week. It is Wednesday. I know we have 8:30 news tomorrow, and we also have 8:30 news on Friday, which I believe Friday is CPI. Also, I'll show real quick because I forgot to show at the beginning of the video. This was the Top Step account for today. So I see I made $9.12. So yeah, break even day. So yesterday we made like 12 something, and then today we made $9. Sick. All right, but yeah, make sure you guys sub if you guys are new. Drop a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Deuces.